All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be doing something different that I have not done publicly before. I'm actually going to be attempting to trade two accounts, one very small live account and a very large demo account. So I'm going to be taking the same moves on both trades, on both accounts, and we're going to see where we end up. And we're going to put my strategy to the test. Just for disclaimer, I am not going to be teaching anything. I'm just going to be showing you where I'm taking my entries, where I'm exiting my trades, and also or where I have exited because I'm not doing it live. And also I'm going to be journaling each trade and to be able to show you the win rate and everything like that. Okay, so before we get into it, let's just pray. God, we just thank you again for another opportunity to trade and just to come up with new ideas. Pray that you will be with me as I attempt this challenge, and also as I share my work, may it be beneficial to someone. We thank you and we love you. Amen. All right, guys. So a couple of things that I'm going to be doing. This line right here, this aqua green line, this is going to be my entry line. Anytime you see I have this entry line, this is where I've entered a trade. Okay. This yellow line here is, I use it to kind of indicate where I expect a target to be, a take profit target. And the rest of them I'll kind of, just explain them as I go along. Now, let me show you what I'm working with. So I'm using an Excel spreadsheet to monitor what it is that I am doing. So let me see if I can stop this share and I'll share with you how I journal my trades. Okay. So let me share the sheet. So first account that I'm going to be doing, this is the live account. This is the live account that I'm going to be trading. Okay. Now, it's a small live account. This is my my broker that I'm using is PlexiTrade. And this is a journal sheet that I think I found this somewhere online and I kind of made it my own. But you see some tabs here at the bottom, right? Now, we're going to be doing the account transactions. So for example, this is what I started the account with today, 31st of March. And this was the deposit of $197.08. Okay. Then we have the journals. So these are going to be my entries, the index that I'm trading, the position lot size, the direction I'm going in, whether I'm taking longs or I'm taking retracement sells. It's going to be my entry price, stop loss if I use one, and also potential take profit. I usually just adjust this based on my exit price. The risk to reward ratio, also the win-loss ratio, if I made a loss, if I made a profit. Here is the target profit amount. I usually have this based on just assuming that I make 100% on each trade. Okay. This actually changes once you enter a figure here. So let's say, for example, the trade that I'm in right now, let's say I made $67 on it. Once I enter that amount there, it tells you the percentage that I actually made on it. And it tells you what my new balance would be. And then, of course, yeah, where the target profit would be for the next time around. Okay. And then over here, I have my signals that I use that I look for. I have H1, H2, M30 buy side. As I said, I'm not going to be teaching anything. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. And then I put my reason for entering the trade, stuff like that. Right. So that's pretty much what I do for my journaling chart. here you'll see on the overview, it will tell you, give you a breakdown as to how many trades you take, the recommended lot size to use, all that kind of stuff. All right. I hardly use this screen. This is where I spend most of my time. Everything is color coded based on the day that I take the trade. So, for example, today being Tuesday, it's gray. Mondays is going to be purple. Gray is Tuesday. Wednesday is green. Thursday is yellow, and Friday is blue. Okay. So that's pretty much that is pretty much it for the journal sheet. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you was, of course, my broker account. So if I go here, let's see if I can get this shared back here. Give me 1 second. Here we go. So, all right, let's go to share. Bear with me 1 second, guys. All right, so, okay, here we go. So if I go share, and I want to share this tab, and then I want to show you the brokerage account. So this is going to be the live account. Okay. As you can see, I have 2 trades that I entered today, which I'll get into. And I also have my demo account. The demo account actually started with $100,000. It's now at $97 only because I held some trades when after the market closed. So of course I'm hit with swap fees. So hence that's why the balance actually goes down. These are the entries that I took this afternoon. On my demo, I usually I play with it a little bit more based on the leverage. I'm very reckless with my demo account. So I blew a number of demo accounts. So I'm very reckless with my demo accounts. But I want to actually show you that you don't need a lot of money to actually make money in trading. As long as you are consistent, as long as you follow your rules, you will be 100% successful. Okay, so this is the demo account. And then, of course, this is the live account. All right. Now, you will notice these are the 2 entries that I have here. These are my take profits. This is the margin of exposure. And of course, I got hit with swap fees also. Hence, that's why the amount here is different than what I told you I was starting the account with, as you'll see on my Excel spreadsheet. All right. So these are the 2 trades that are running. As you can see, currently I'm $50 roundabout in profit. I used $69 for the margin. This is my current equity. This is the balance after the swaps have been taken out. All right. So let me switch back to the Excel spreadsheet to show you what I have done. Okay. So let's go here and bring up the Excel. And no, wrong sheet. Yeah, this is the Excel sheet. So these are the 2 trades that I've taken. I took one at a 0.05. The reason that I do this is I usually risk anywhere from about 30 to about 30. Well, I say 25 to about 35% of my account. I'm not recommending that you do that. That's basically my appetite for risk. That's what I'm risking on this particular trade. This is my initial entry. Then I added an additional entry because the trade was in profit and I saw the opportunity for me to add an entry, but I'm only risking my equity, my additional equity, not my original capital. Okay. So only when I'm in profit by a certain amount, then I apply the same principle so I can scale into the trades. Okay. So as you can see, these are the 2 entry prices, 46,115.70. And this was the other one, which I didn't plot on my thing as yet, which is 46,242.6. Okay. This is, the take profit. I just put it at the last all-time high. If it gets there, it gets there. If it doesn't, then I can always take manually. Okay. Um, the other thing that I wanted to mention, since we are on this, well, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I wasn't sharing the screen, so I have to go back and repeat myself with all of that. So let's go to share, and here we go. My apologies for that. Here is the screen that's coming up. So two trades that I mentioned, which are here, open today, US 30.05 was the original entry, risking about 30, I think it was about 31 to about 32% of the initial account, which was like $198 or something, right? It's currently going on. I took another entry, as I mentioned before, because I had some profits and I had enough equity. I had enough profit to be able to safely take another entry without risking my initial capital. So that's what I actually did right there. So that's why I have two entries. Notice this one is significantly smaller than this one, because I'm only trading on the profits. Okay. So when the trade is over, then I'll fill in these. I'll put in my exit price. If it hits the take profit, then hey, great. I don't need to adjust anything. But what I usually will do is I will put in my exit price and then just let this be my take profit, just for clean, um, clean data keeping. Okay. So let me go back here and let me actually copy my entry price right here because I didn't put in my 2 points. Okay, here we go. Let's minimize this and go to share. All right, here. So again, these are the 2 points. These are the 2 entries. Okay, and then I go here, and then my second entry, I usually use a one thickness, and I use this line for my entries. Just gonna plot that line. So my second entry was there. This was my first entry. This is my second entry. And my take profit is all the way to the all-time high. If it gets there, it gets there, you know? The other thing that I wanted to show you is what I am doing on this account is I'm trading very consistently. So I only want to make 400% on my account every week. 400%. Okay. What that will ensure me is that I can take off a half of my starting capital. Okay. And I'll still have the other half to trade and make another 400% on. So essentially what that does is that it helps me to double my account every single week. Okay. Now making 400% on the account, all of these calculations I've done ahead of time. That means that I would have to make 32% on my account every single day. All right, which is not hard, as I will show you, hopefully, from everything that I'm doing. So based on the starting balance that we had, which was, and let me go back to the Excel sheet so I can show it to you. Come on. My Excel sheet. Just wanted to show you what the initial deposit was. And then we go to share and we go here. It's coming up. Okay, here we go. So the initial deposit on the account, the initial deposit on the account transactions was $197.08. Okay. $197.08. Okay. That was the original amount. Okay. Just wanted to show you that. Let's minimize that and let's go stop sharing. And then we'll go to share. We'll go here. Let's go back to the window. All right. So remember, I mentioned to you 32% is the daily target. So since we're starting today, yesterday, that would have meant that I would needed to make $64 on the initial amount. Today, I would need to make $84 on the initial amount to maintain my target. Okay. But since I decided to do it at the start of the week, basically what I'm saying is that adding these two amounts, this would be actually the TP. So this would give me about $50. Let's see if we used this number here, 46,715.7. And I can just run a scenario here just to know where my my TP would be. So if I want to make if I put that number right there, I'd be making $150. All right, that would be enough to bring me back on target for both days. All right, so I can make the 400%. I'm sorry, the 300% on my account that I started out saying that I wanted to do. Okay, so we lost a day, but not to worry. We still have today, and and I think Friday is Good Friday, so we may not have trading on Friday, but we'll see how that goes. All right. So I'll just discard that so I won't save it. So it has the original take profit amount in it. All right. So with that being said, what I do is once I go on, I set alerts. So for example, I set an alert here. I'm thinking that the price is going to continue, upwards. It's going to pass here based on my analysis. Okay. So I'm thinking the price is going to pass here. However, I know that all I want is 32% on my account for the day and I'm good. Okay. So I set an alert for where that 32% mark is. So when that hits, what I'll do is I'll come on and I'll look at price action. If I see that it has the momentum and the volume to actually keep going, I'll let it run. Okay. So I just set an alert. I don't set my take profit number to this. I just set an alert so that it goes off once it hits this level. Okay. This other level that I have here, if the price actually gets here in this particular trade in this day, it would be 100% profit on my account. Okay. So these two levels, I have alerts set. All right. So most of the times, like 99% of the times, I usually come out of my trades manually based on price action. Okay. And I know at some point in time, the all-time high is going to be broken again. So that's why I set my take profit there. Again, 99% of the times, I don't sit and wait for that level to be hit. I usually just take my profits when I see them. All right. So with that being said, that's the setup right now. We have the two trades running. Entry number one, entry number two. Let's check on the trades to see how they're doing so far. There's a bit of drawdown. This trade was only a 0.01 lot size. This was a 0.05. Where here, this is $45 in profit, $2.75 on this one in profit. We have now profit plus the original balance. The equity is now $241. So if we have 47.90, I can always switch and I can go and I can see how that would stack up if I were to close out of this trade, how much I would actually make on this particular entry. So let's say it was $47 and let's say my profit was $47. If I close this trade, I would make 23.85% profit on my account. That's not the target I'm looking for, so I'm still in the trade. I'm still holding. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, let me see if there's anything I am missing. So here we go. Trade is still running. Still good. Looking at this here, we are in Asian session right now. I expect the price to actually continue going up, only because this is what happened on Sunday. Price came up, it made a lower high, which means it wanted to go down to make another lower low. It didn't do that, so it got rejected here and started to buy from here yesterday at 7 p.m. So I'm still holding and I'm still in this trade. So that's it for day one. Was a little longer than usual because I was showing you how the setup actually runs. But this is where we are. Showing you again before I leave. This is the balance minus the swaps that we started with. This is the current profit on the account. This is the current equity. 2 trades running. That's where we are. Over on the demo side, we're up about 36% on the account, only because I started this. I started trading this account earlier than I started my the live account that I'm trading right now for the example. So I'm up 36% on this and up about 27% on the live account. But the same trades I'm taking. It's the same entries. The same move I'm taking. All right. I'm able to take much more entries on this one. The account balance is bigger. I have some flexibility right there. But I use my demo accounts specifically just to run tests, just to give me data. If I see something that I want to try, I use my demo account instead of my live account. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time with an update as to how the trades are going. All right, take care. Bye-bye.